Well, the person who said it is all about the journey, not the destination, obviously had today's fishing trip in mind. I'm with the boys from Ironman 4x4, Greg and Adam. Now, Adam, you tell me you've got a sneaky little trout spot, but it is not easy to get to.
We do, Paul, up here, up over the McAllister. We're going to get there. It's going to be a journey and a half getting up these hills.
I'm a little bit scared, Greg. Should I be scared? Because I'm looking at a hill that I think is hair-raising. You think not?
There, Paul, look, for a first trip out, you're going to get a real wake-up. But this shows what these cars can do and where they can get you. These places you can't get to without a car like this. So this is a really good example of what we can find.
We're going extreme, and at the end of the day, all I want is one trout. Just one trout.
Just before we hit the tracks, we want to let the tyres down. We want to get a bit more traction out of the tyres, so the best way to do that, let some air out, get a bigger footprint. We'll also roll over the rocks so we're not going to puncture anything. So we just use a deflator, we remove the valve core, quick and easy way to let the tyres down. So we're just dropping down to 25 PSI. That'll give us plenty of traction, roll over the rocks, and we're set to go. So we're out here heading towards the McAllister River, out Lacola. We've got a fairly epic trip for Paul. He doesn't really know what he's in for yet, but we're going to have some massive hill climbs. We've got a couple of good river crossings, and then hopefully some great fishing.
The hard thing about this, you just got to keep level, and there are so many massive ruts in the road, like this thing coming up now. So you just got to try and find the edge of the ruts if you can. This one's going to be a struggle for me. I'm going to go left, just trying to put too much of the car in this dirty big hole which I'm about to sink into right now. That's nice, avoided that beautifully. Bouncing up over that. This is ridiculous 4-wheel driving. I seriously can't believe a car can even climb up this hill. And it's all about slow and steady. I'm learning very quickly. These boys gave me some great advice. Where possible, just keep the car level. Obviously the setup of the vehicle is important too, but slow and steady wins the race. And I got this little nausea feeling in my tummy, but also feeling very relieved because I can see the end is near. What an epic, epic adventure. Well, that was simply unbelievable. I made it to the top. That is extreme. Now, I just need a quiet moment alone. Well, we're halfway there, lads. If you ever wondered why you'd go 4-wheel driving, just check this out.
We're driving down a fairly steep hill at the moment. We're letting the car do the work. We're not touching the brakes. We're in first low. As you can see, the car's rocking around a fair bit. So the whole point is, just let the car do the work. If we touch the brakes now, we're going to lock up the wheels and skid. We don't want that. We just want to keep the car safe, keep driving, keep it steady.
How good is this?
How good is this spot?
Oh, it is so good. I'm going to share it with you.
Excellent, mate.
Look at that. You can see that little fall comes in there. There's going to be fish there for sure.
Time to teach us how to fish.
Have you brought me to an incredible spot?
Mate, we've brought you to paradise.
Now, I reckon we stop here and work our way up. You guys have a cast first because basically the trout will always sit with his head into the current. So if we start working the back of the pool then up that way,
Yep.
Let's do it.
Let's go.
Show me how good you are, fellas. may notice I'm not exactly in my best trout fishing attire. Thongs and jeans normally don't cut it. I've got waders in the car, but we're literally stopping here for about 10 or 20 casts just to suss it out. I cannot drive past the river without having a cast. Oh, oh! And that's why. There's a fish in there.
Yep, all right, got him.
Good work, Ads, good work. I thought you were supposed to be the 4-wheel drive expert and I was supposed to be the fishing expert.
Oh, we all thought that, mate.
Beautiful. He's got a bit of kick. Now that is, slide him up.
Yep,
That is a beautiful little brown trout. Bring him to me. Mate, that is a really, really nice fish for this waterway.
It's not bad, is it? Nice size.
That is just sensational. Now, you know what? We could actually put this on the barbecue and eat it tonight. Can I ask what's the other option?
I think we've got a spit roast, mate. So you can have fish on the barbie or...
Ha! Trout's going back. Nice knowing you, mate. How good is this? Stop, seawater, cast, get fish. Love it.
Here we go. Send him back. Hopefully the first of many. Just let him swim away. There he goes. Beauty.
Judging from the amount of fires and car tracks I've seen, a lot of people hit this section of the river. So even though I've caught a fish, seen a few, gonna get back in the cars, head more remote, set up camp, put the waders on and do this properly.
We've just come up to our first river crossing. We've already walked across it. We know it's nice and shallow. We've got some big ruts here, so we're going to walk down these with the car. We're going to let the car do the work. When we get to the water, all we want to do is just select a low gear, crawl across it, make sure we're going slow and steady. Don't want to go racing through there, splash water everywhere. Always make sure you've got a snorkel on the car as well.
So Greg, part of camping is eating like a king, but I must say, what do you call this, love?
Mate, spit roast pork in the bush. Does it
what,
get better?
but what have you done with it?
It's very simple. Bit of salt on the crackling, on the fire for a couple of hours, sit back and relax. Now we've got a feast.
How good is this? I can actually see the fat dripping off it into the fire. Is it wrong that that excites me?
Oh, nothing wrong with that, buddy.
Oh, I love it. Greg, roast pork roll, 11 out of 10.
You like it, Paul?
No, I love it.
You love it. Good on you, mate.
All I need now is a good night's sleep, some more trout, happy days.
Paul always says, if you don't know how to do a knot, you do lots. This is one knot I do know. Tie down your load, create a bow, twist it twice, pull through a loop. That's a tie down loop. When you finish with the knot, it simply undoes. Quick loop, a bow. Your load's now secure.
lovely. I just love this clear water fountain.
Beautiful, you can see everything, can't you?
Yep, got him.
You're on, buddy?
Now, how good is that?
That was seconds.
We literally come across a piece of water. Do you even know the name of this creek, Adam?
I do not, mate.
And as soon as the first cast goes in, that is a beautiful brown trout.
Have a go at that.
And that is why I've become a bit of a fan of 4W driving, because we literally came across this place by accident, didn't we?
We did. Crossed the bridge, looked down, saw a river.
And that brown trout there, he's actually thinking about starting to spawn, because look at those spots on the side there. See that beautiful orange colour he's getting? That's to attract the ladies. Well, it could be a lady trying to attract the man. I'm not quite sure. I don't do romance very well with trout, but at the end of the day, it's a beautiful fish. Even though it's a brown trout, it took a rainbow trout lure. These things, they're cannibalistic. Well, there is nothing like sitting around the campfire after an amazing day, telling stories, having a few laughs and a few bevies. But I'm here to say it gets very cold in some parts of Australia. The greatest tip I've ever come across is get some coals under your seat, not fire, but coals. The warmth radiates. It's like having a heated seat in your car. Seriously, the greatest thing ever. Oh, how awesome is that? Just a little fish. Well, when I say little, pretty damn cool. That is a very nice trout, probably as good as any fish we caught yesterday. Whilst the boys are cooking bacon eggs, and young Adam was kind enough to make me a beautiful coffee which I brought down the river. And that is the benefit of camping by the stream. You can always have that one sneaky cast. Another great way to start the day. Two things I love, brown trout and a good coffee. Off you go, mate. What a beautiful little fish. There you go, dude. And away he swims. Not many times you can do that while having your morning brew. This looks pretty good, doesn't it, mate?
It's the go, isn't it, buddy?
I reckon let's just belt a few out wide.
Yep.
Just before we get to that.
Yeah,
right.
right.
Bit of dark water here, so there could be a few fish.
Yep.
Hold up. Yep, got him. That's exactly where I expect him to be.
Beautiful.
Right on the junction of these rivers. That's a nice fish. And he's splashing about and jumping. He's a good fish for this time of year. And literally we've got the junction of one river there, the other river here.
Yep.
And he was sitting right on that beautiful bit of water, and he's a nice fish. And that is a good way, I'd say, to start the day, but I got on you were just making bacon eggs this morning. That is a really, really nice brown trout. That's starting to get up to the size of the fish you really want to catch. And again, that rainbow trout lure just nailed it. And this time of year, the river's a little lower than we thought it might be.
It is, yeah, not rain we expected, so it's a bit drier.
Bit dry, which means not as much water, not as many holes, but that's starting to get up to a beautiful brown trout, and the day is still young. I'm enjoying this adventure. Well, even though I would love to put this guy in the smoker, he's just too pretty and he owns this bit of water. And there he goes, straight upstream, back to his little happy hole. But that looks really nice. That
so the bubbles are a good sign, are they?
The bubbles, yeah, so what you got there, you got about a foot in drop.
Yep.
You got the water cascading over those rocks.
Yep.
And there's a little deeper pool below it. That's where the fish will sit.
Okay.
I would suggest there will be a fish in that water.
Yeah, right.
It's just whether we're good enough to catch it.
Yep.
And isn't it amazing? I'm sure you've done plenty of trout fishing when you're 4W driving, but you should be able to learn a lot just from going with someone who does it.
100%. I've never, yes.
And I've gone with some trout guides and learnt so much.
Yep.
So what we're going to do, after I get the nymph out of my leg,
Yep.
so what we're going to do, mate, I'm going to put a cast in with a fly.
Yep. There
Once
you
I've
go.
had a few casts with the fly, we'll hit it with a lure.
Yep.
So we don't want to go too far into the pool. So we just hit that there like that, not far enough. and just watch that come down. So you should be able to see the dry on top there?
Yeah, absolutely.
Just watch that dry fly. If it goes under, I strike. And what that is doing is let that nymph just slowly run across the rocks.
Yep.
That's a pretty nice run. And we've got to there, so now just move up a little bit.
Yep.
Yep, there he is. Oh, he's coming towards me. He's coming towards me. I just saw the dry go down. Yeah, look at him powering down towards us.
Here he comes.
Oh, that is a nice fish. And I've literally got his head out of the water. Look at that for a fish, mate.
Oh.
If you want to grab him for me.
Absolutely.
That was crazy. I just saw the dry disappear and he swallowed the nymph. I reckon that might be the biggest fish we've come across.
Look at that.
That is pretty cool. Do you ever do any fly fishing yourself?
No, not fly. No, never done the fly, buddy.
Well, now you know it works. That
Look
is
at
so cool. And these streams just lend themselves to this dry fly and wet fly fishing so well. We'll put him back. I think there might be a few more where he come from.
Beautiful fish, mate.
Crack a little fish. You don't have to catch massive trout to have an absolute ball. There you go, buddy. Off you go. How clear is this water?
Hey, beautiful spot, isn't it?
That is just gold. Off he goes. Just belt cast right with us, mate. Right up.
Whoa. Yep.
Nice, mate.
We're on,
Good
mate.
work.
We're on.
Well done. Good work, mate. Very nice. Oh, look at that. That is a
Look at
beautiful
that.
fish.
Hey, look at it come.
Good work.
Mate, see that come and take that lure like that?
Yep.
That is sensational.
It's good to see, eh?
Ah, you can't describe it. It's so different to any other fishing I've ever done.
He's actually coming down towards you.
He's swimming in. Look at that.
Oh, look, there
at
he
him
is.
coming
Yeah,
in.
mate, he's actually hard to see.
Look at that.
How's the camouflage? Here, I'll grab your rod, you grab the fish.
Thanks, pal.
So well camouflaged.
Oh, look at that.
And a pretty brown trout.
Look at that.
Obviously, we're still looking for a bigger one. That's a bloody good start. Greg, well done,
Good
mate.
on you, mate.
Well, seriously, these boys promised me an adventure, and an adventure is what we had. Some of the places we got to, the scenery, the four-wheel drive. I've got to say, Greg, I feel more confident as a four-wheel driver now. What's your number one tip for people who want to give it a go?
Hey, get out and practice. Slow and steady, but have a go.
And ads, we actually get to go to places that normal people can't go because they don't have the vehicles.
We do.
We are very blessed, aren't we?
Mate, we are very blessed. We're surrounded by beautiful mountains, rivers, and we fish them, four-wheel drive. It's great.
And that's what it's all about, because the further you go, the more chance you've got of catching a fish. At the end of the day, that is just a bonus, because seriously, this is just so cool.